Compression! Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, guys. Life is good. Anyway, my man Tuscari sent me this, and it's about Mendez. Okay, hear me out. But there's two things I want you to hear that are absolutely so telling. So telling. Anyway, I have played quite a bit. That's 310 swings. I'll get 400 before the end of the day. Anyway, let me honk and we'll talk about Mendez. Magnificent Mendez. Wide open, ease with ease. Anyway, ease with ease, effortless ease. And right down into Arbin, get the barbed wire, but I'm also caressing the baby. That was nice and relaxed. Very brass quintet-like. But anyway, I want you to listen to the tape, the video, more than you listen to me. But all you have to listen to, guys, is the first minute. Okay? Tuscari, who sent it to me, knows exactly what I'm talking about. Guys, Mendez is who he is. Spectacular. And you talk about a pop fest. Oh my God. Every note he plays pops like you wouldn't believe. Like you wouldn't believe. And I could give you some, perpetual motion and all that stuff. Virgin of Macarena, all that stuff. You've all heard it before. Okay? And this is some great, the Mexican hat dance and Flight of the Bumblebee. He does with a mute, which means his chops were not right. I mean, I've heard him do it without a mute. That's the only reason I would do it, which means he didn't feel comfortable with the compression. That's what a whisper mute will do for you. It will compress. But it will compress in the wrong way. But anyway, then you finish up with, not the Flight of the Mexican hat dance, and he's popping all over the place. But guys, he plays two scales. This is some sort of an educational video. And in very halting English, he says scales, scales, scales. Vacchiano, Salomone. All you have to do is learn your scales. Guys, every form of music is some form of a scale or an arpeggio. Brandenburg Concerto, are you kidding me? It's just a scale and arpeggio. Okay? When you get into some avant jazz and all that sort of stuff, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. Everything's some sort of a scale. It's a scale and an arpeggio. Petrushka. Anyway, so here we are. Two scales. It's a C scale and an E flat scale on a B flat trumpet, and it is frickin' perfect. Absolutely frickin' perfect. There's no tension whatsoever anywhere. He's not overblowing at all. Barely sniffing, and each note pops. But it doesn't pop so much like, oh, Jesus, I can't stay in the same room with you. No. Guys, when we pop like that, it doesn't have to be, it can be Petrushka, it can be anything you want. Flight of the Bumblebee, it could be Carnival of Venice. But anyway, check it out. It is perfect. Now that leads me to believe one thing and one thing only. If I believe what I've been spewing these last 10 years, and I absolutely do, the only reason he can't play double C's all day long, bigger than Maynard, is his mouthpiece. Because everything else is right. It's as simple as that. Everything else was right. Now, you can go on those things and you can find out what he was playing. Well, everybody goes through different mouthpieces at different times. Now, I can guarantee, can't guarantee, but man, that mouthpiece he was using on this did not look like a Bach mouthpiece. Now, I know he used them at different sizes throughout his career. Primarily, I would go play Bach. And I think at some point he had his own line, didn't he? I know a lot of you guys are heavily into Mendez. So if you want to give me a little information in that regard. But man, that didn't look like a Bach mouthpiece. Didn't look like a Bach mouthpiece. But anyway, check it out. And just listen to a minute. That's all I care about. That's what all of us should sound like. Now, he would do hours and hours a day, multiple tonguing. Okay? Now, I talked a lot about this, guys. If your chops are not completely right, or you don't have a decent mouthpiece, that can be very, very detrimental to your chops. And I don't want to get into it now because I've already done videos on it. But that, and he was like Doc in that regard. You can't stop practicing. You just can't stop. And in that regard, maybe his practicing threw him off. But that kind of practice with a Bach mouthpiece, oh, madam. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. Okay? Anyway, guys, enjoy. All you need is the first minute. All right? Love you all. We'll talk again tomorrow.